How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Tazastical and welcome back to our last attempt of the Sea Ice Challenge, which has been going interestingly, I think is the best way to describe it. So let's talk about our initial plans and what we're going to do moving forward. So I think I'm probably looking into the comms console. That is like the next key upgrade. However, because we didn't take aesthetic, so it's like a two-part. We don't take aesthetic, which means then our character doesn't care if the room is bad. However, they don't get mood buffs for it being good. So it's sort of like, how I look at it is to get the room looking nice is just an easy buff that you can give your colonists that then we're not able to. So we haven't got that. However, now that's leading problems where everyone is absolutely miserable. We've got Susan, a sus character. We found out what was wrong with her, and apparently all her organs are decaying. That's going to be interesting. So we'll try and keep her. She is a very good colonist. Like, passion's literally everywhere. Part of our religion, like, it's a bit disappointing that's going to happen. Harper is obviously living the dream, absolutely smashing it. The best traits by far. If you look at her mood, it's like really low, but absolutely like just not going to break down. Like her, if you look at her like thresholds of like breakdowns, it's actually crazy. It just gives us so much more leeway. Right, so the first thing we're going to do, even though I said what I said about the comms console, the first thing that we are going to do today is going to use the steel on the floor. Let's get this room looking quite good. Now, what I would normally do is obviously just make sculptures out of blocks or whatever material, and then they would look really good. They'd be easy, like beauty modifiers. But here we can see basically the greens. If you've never seen this before, it's just the little icon down here of the head. You just tick that or click T. All the negatives are negatives and all the greens are positives, and the game then calculates how good the room is. Now, this room is ugly. The silver walls help, to be fair. So, the first thing that I would like to do is we're going to do paved tiles, which we should be fine with. So that's going to be the first thing. I'm even going to get the constructor mech. There we go. And then we will see if that will increase, because at the moment we're getting -4 because of mediocre barracks, which obviously isn't great. Why'd the husky die? Whoops. Whoops. I want nothing said about that. So we're on slightly impressive barracks -2. Luckily, we get slightly impressive dining room. So this is boosting. We go to the beauty modifier. The dog dying is actually really negative. Damn. And then the problem is there's not much more we can do outside that, but we turned a -4 into a -2, which is something. But the battery is quite ugly. We've got a little bit of steel. We could put the battery in here and then put one of the shelves in here. So let's go reinstall that there. And then hidden conduit. 12, 14, 16, 18. Put the battery over there. I'm going to then grab this shelf here. And then I'm going to reinstall it on here. Oh, I should have unlinked. Important. everything else. That's preferred, but that is important and that preferred. Because I still want the steel and stuff to actually be kept outside and not inside. So let's make that happen. And then hopefully we'll get some actually good moods boosted from this room. Which is a lot of, obviously, the steel wasted for the comms console, but if we're just going to keep breaking down in the meantime, it's going to be no good for us. Let's make sure we are unrestricted, which we are. And then how are we doing for beauty? See, look, there's just general cleanliness that needs to be sorted out. And the shard itself is quite ugly. Let's quickly click Harper. Slightly impressive barracks, still at -2. Obviously your husband died, the bonded animal died. Which in my defense... Maybe I don't have a defense. I probably want to separate this bit. We have got a raid which is really good to be able to potentially get some organs for Susan. 3 humans, all melee. Are they attacking immediately? They are attacking immediately. Harper is going to have a breakdown. I can't really allow that to happen. So food. So go consume human meat. Right, you come in here. Let's go have human meat. That will give us a big mood boost. And this is why we've got cannibal. Because now we come in raw cannibalism 20 off the bat. Which is obviously huge. That's going up. Harper and Susan. Because Susan's shooting range is going to be quite high. Don't shoot Harper in the back of the head or something. I'll be very upset. Nice. Great shooting from Harper. Nice. Great shooting. Run, Harper. I left that a little bit too late. Nice. Great shot from Susan. Harper should have kited back and forth. It's just they were catching a little bit too quickly. Yeah, ideally, Harper should have just went back and forward. I forgot last time out we got all this steel. So that's handy. Thank you for the follow. It means a lot. Helps me out a ton. And I do appreciate it. We're just surviving. Hopefully we can get some of these to not die. If they all die, we're going to have to actually think about eating Susan. No, don't stop. Great shot from Susan. And then Harper is just going to then go back and forwards. And then hopefully Susan can get some good shots. Obviously, want to get a little bit closer. I'm just watching the pathing because the AI's pathing will be better than me. Come on, Susan. Oh, didn't mean to stop there. Harper got caught. Luckily, we've got that helmet. Right, they're going to try and kidnap people. I could have done you with blowing his face off there. We have another raid. Oh, God. Right, if Susan can't save Harper, which I don't think she can, we've probably lost. The issue is I really need to pick up that charge rifle. Are these the same? I'd want to see... Right, they're actually on different tribes, so we could potentially use that for our benefit. Running a straight line. I don't quite know what the plan is here. We're just going to have to wing it, which is always great. Okay, they're trying to run. I need to hit this shot. Come on, what is the chances of this charge rifle missing? Harper's down. Harper, I need you to immediately go up and pick up your charge rifle before the other attack comes in. Trying to kidnap again. Come on, Susan, this charge rifle is just not it. Oh, did you just shoot his arm off? Hand off. Harper's gonna die if we're not careful. Good shot. Great shot. Right, come and tend without medicine. Just to like patch you up. We have got another attack coming in. Hopefully they're preparing. They are going to prepare for a while. I need to patch Harper up. We can't lose Harper here. Wow, this is how we start. I think Susan can probably do it. Right, they're beginning their assault. Susan's going to have a breakdown. Right, rescue. Come up. Equip the charge rifle. Gun. Where's the other one? The other one's hitting the... Okay, one problem at a time. Okay, the constructor actually coming in clutch as a little bit of a distraction. Nice bit of distraction. Good shoot him. That must have done some damage. Susan's gonna have a breakdown. Susan might have to, like, sacrifice herself for Harper. I think Harper's just crawling. How are you not, like, dead? Because you're quite robust. You're a catcher. Did you shoot your own colonist there? Susan's gonna get caught. But if I can hopefully pull them away from Harper, maybe there's a chance. I think Susan goes down here. The mistake was going for Susan, going for that second colonist. That second colonist is just terrible. It's a terrible idea. Right, if they take her and go, Harper might actually be able to, like, win on a technicality because we patched her up. But taking that second colonist was such a bad mistake. Susan kidnapped, but now he's hanging around for whatever reason. Alright. Last try. And this time I'm not listening to chat. Sorry, chat. Accepting that second colonist was so bad for us. Like, we should have never have kept that second colonist. We should have never have kept that second colonist. That second colonist was our downfall. Like, immediately. Right. It's in the title. It's our last try. No more after this. Because I'm done. Right. Right, losing his farm, 500% difficulty. Reload anytime. Tazastical. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Like, we have got some bad RNG and stuff like that. Second colonist was not okay because then we got hit too hard. We got hit too hard and we didn't have the weapons to deal with it. Right. The only thing I'm debating is aesthetic. The aesthetic is the only trait I'm debating. In all honesty, I think we're making life more difficult for ourselves doing a fluid ideology. So armor, trap corridor before second colonist. I think so. I think so. The second colonist, because we suddenly got hit with a 3 and then a 2. It's just like, we can't deal with that with 2 people. With a 1 colonist, worst case is we get 2. So let's go. I know you guys want to see fluid, but fluid is what's causing all these problems because we're not even getting a boost from our religion. The cold way. Fluid sucks when you only have 1 person. Fluid is really bad. I don't know why you guys want to see it so bad. But I'll give it 1 more try. Right, so let's remember all the things that we want here. So, cannibalism preferred. Organ use acceptable. Corpses don't care. Male clothing. No rules. And that's what we want, right? Then free and approved. Drugs, drugs, drugs. Where am I missing drugs? Am I blind? Am I absolutely blind? Drug use. Medical or social. Yeah? Used hard drug might. No, just remove. Yeah, that's fine. So we're fine with drugs. Right, get rid of the clothes here because while they seem cool, they're just annoying. So then you can't wear actually like the best in slot stuff. Then we go dance party. Random recruit. I don't want the gladiator duel, although that sounds good. Symbol burning. Random recruit. And we're going to have to think about the colonist a little bit more as we go into this. The small altar. Relics is just the 2 mono swords and the 1 Zeus hammer. We don't want any of that. Preferred apparel, no thank you. And then that's our religion. So same as always, we're going the cold way. Supremacy, we like cannibal, we love love. And we're okay with organ harvesting, all that sort of stuff. Roles, rituals, all set to random colonists joining. Relics, mono swords, hammer. Right, let's just see if any of these are good. Right, so we're going to prepare carefully. Now, the only rules that I've set myself for prepare carefully is that the skills over here I need to set with the backstory, and I'm limiting myself to 2 double passions and 1 singular passion to try and represent a colonist that we can actually roll, and we're only allowed 3 traits. So we've been taking cannibal quite a lot. I think we take aesthetic. And I think we combo aesthetic with iron willed. Where's I think we combo aesthetic with iron willed. And then we don't have to care about the bedroom whatsoever. It's what the last one is going to be. Cannibal's really good because it gives a plus 15. I wonder if we leave it. Which then is the question, what do we take? Like, industrialist would be good. And it's then between industrialist and jogger. Jogger's really nice for kiting enemies, and I wonder if it's too important. Purely for kiting enemies. So I'm going to keep it like that unless there's another suggestion coming in. But it's between Jogger and Industrialist. Industrialist, we're going to get more out of it. We are going to get more out of it, but Jogger is going to come in clutch. And then with the skills, we have to set them through the backstories. So the most important thing is we need construction. So let's go... Let's go blacksmith some. We need construction. I can't remember if it's like 8 or 10 before they stop botching. We also need shooting. Oh, I need to make you a bit older. 30. Why can't I set adulthood? Don't make me refresh this. Why can't I set this? Adulthood. How do I set me to not be a kid? Adult. Okay, I'll quickly reset this. Game winds me up sometimes. There we go. Right, get rid of that. We'll quickly set back where we went. So, set back to 30. Traits, we said we were going with iron-willed, jogger, and aesthetic, and then we'll review everything afterwards. I'm open to changing these, though, for real. And then we'll go male this time. We went female last time. So we want construction. So blacksmith some. Then this one down here. Let's go construction again. Capable of violence. The problem is we do need shooting as well. Shooting is obviously massively important. 5 better. I think we went army sergeant last time. So we could go with something like this. And then, per the rules, 2 double passions, 1 singular passion. So I think we go intellect, so then every time we research, we're getting that burning passion. Same with crafting, single on shooting, just to get that shooting up as well. It's the traits. Iron will just means we're not going to break down. It means when we're starving, scratched for food, we're not going to break down as much. I think that maybe this is the way rather than going cannibal. Maybe I'm focusing too much on cannibal. Like, it doesn't make me feel great because I do like the plus 15, but we still get a slight mood boost. And the iron willed, I'm hoping, is going to then be more consistent. Consistent in the sense of it always is going to come in. It's jogger, I think. I don't want jogger. I think we need jogger for when we have 1 person. Right, we need a name. Raymond. Jordan. Let's go. Maybe it was the double barrel name, so let's go Paul Dover. Paul will lead us to glory. We just need a normal name, that's the problem. And that's our character. So the only rules here is we can pick 3 custom traits. We pick our skills from the backstories. We don't add anything to make it too easy. To represent a character we could have actually refreshed. It's just I'm too lazy to keep hitting refresh until I get the things I want. We've got double passion and intellect and crafting, singular passion on the shooting. I have put his biological age down to 30 and the certainty all the way to 100%. And we have pulled over. Let's go, Dave. Just see what I did there. Right. This is the last attempt. And then we're done. We have a horse. I don't know if I love that or hate that. won't haul, though. No, you will. Wandering. We'll have to, like, pen you in. I think I might eat it for food immediately. Well, not immediately, that's a bit... Just kill it straight away. It's the opening resources when we spend them. That's the issue, like, I have. Right. Let's go production. So the research bench out of wood is fine. And then we go the bed out of silver. Don't have to worry about beauty or anything like that. We do that there. We go temperature. We go heater because then it gives light to if they're at the research bench or in the bed. Because it's like 1 square radius of light it gives off, so we're not getting that darkness modifier. Then we'll go silver wall, at least there to start with. Power-wise, wind turbine. I'll chuck that there. So then I believe that will all attach immediately. Might move that in a minute, actually. Right, and then we go silver wall. Silver wall. Smelter in the delta. Right, smelter delta is the most important thing we can get up. Right, and I want this in such a way where I can get a table down. And use it. Because the chair will be there. Chair will be there for the research bench, but it will also be there for the table as well, which will give a little bit of recreation, which is obviously golden. The smelter delta. Obviously, I'm trying to position them so we're not overusing any space or stuff like that. The smelter goes there. We don't need to worry about a stove, if I'm correct. Aesthetic. Prefers to eat raw, so we don't need to worry about a stove or anything like that. So we go smelter delta there. And then we do want a little bit of space to actually be able to bring stuff inside, just so it doesn't deteriorate. Saying that we probably don't want to worry about doing it here. We'll probably want a separate warehouse altogether. So if we do something like that and have the door there, that should be a good start. 2 seconds, I'm just saying goodnight to myself. As if I just explained this whole layout and was like on the short rest. God, I'm such a bad streamer. I was like explaining everything. No, I didn't even come back from the be right back. Right. I'm going to speed run this explanation because I just explained it all and was on the wrong screen. Right. This is our start. We're trying to be as efficient as possible and not waste as many resources as possible. We've got the wind turbine here that should be able to connect to the heater and the smelter delta straight off the bat. Silver beds, research, we'll put the chair there, so then it will be a dining room table as well, or attached to it as well, which will give us rec, which will be lovely. The smelter delta is going to be there, which will then connect to the wind turbine, and we've got 2 space here for the battery once we get that research, which is going to be the first research we do. Okay. Stockpile inside. The only thing in the stockpile at the moment is going to be components and Glitter World medicine. The survival meals can stay outside for the time being. That's absolutely fine. Normal stockpile here where everything else goes. This stockpile is on critical and we'll overwrite it. We've got dead bodies here just outside the butcher table that's all made of wood. Then we've got a dumping stockpile here for all the steel slag chunks and the mechanoid slag chunks for the smelter delta to smelt down. And I think that's probably as best of a start that we get. If we go on Paul at the moment, we can actually see what his botching chances in construction. And he has 100% success rate currently, obviously, unless he gets ill or anything like that, which he definitely won't. We have got a horse, which I think we're going to slaughter straight off the bat. I don't think it's going to be as useful as some other animals, and I think it's going to cause us more problems than what it's worth. It is noting right next to us is an Arctic fox, and then it looks like we've got 3 little rabbits. We will have to hunt them all, we will have to eat them all, and we will have to enjoy them all. Right, good hustle, speed 3. After Paul picks up his charge rifle. Let's go. Just got to keep an eye on resources, but overall, I'll be quite happy. I'm going to watch that fox as well, because I don't want it eating any of our survival meals, but... Are you eating that? I couldn't tell if it was or not. I mean, it might even tame, which would be good. But if we can get all this up day 1, it'll be a strong day 1. We are going to kill the horse. I think it's just too convenient to do it. Right, there we go. The wind turbine's there. The smelter delta is the most important thing we can get up early on this challenge. That goes up. We'll turn that off because we don't need to do anything there at the moment. I've just got to keep an eye on that fox because if it decides to hunt Paul and I'm not ready, we'll get caught out a little bit, which will be problematic to say the least. Hopefully we've got enough resources for a little stall or something here. We might have to build it out of something else, but we should be cool. Research-wise, the first thing we're going to do is battery because it's the most important. If our heater goes out, we can literally die. We're in summer at the moment where temperatures are sort of okay, but in the winter they go very kumsi kumsa and can literally take us out. This is the attempt. This is the last try on this challenge, and we're going to do it. Right, the silver wall's going up. We're aesthetic, so we don't care about the bedroom looking good or looking bad, which is handy. Right, this the steel door, just in case it gets beaten down. Right, there we go. Humble beginnings. Here we go. Right, with the materials that are left, we can get... Where is it? A little store here, which then we can use for the table, for the recreation, and for the research. The heater will then give Paul light as well. He's holding all this in, which is absolutely glorious. He's doing a good job so far. I'm very impressed. He gets 8 out of 8. He's probably going to go to bed in a minute. Let's go needs. No negatives at the moment, which is nice. I think I've got 3 good traits. I mean, I say that every time. But this time I really mean it. And he goes to sleep. That's fine. And then in the morning is going to be haul the rest of the things and then go hunt all the wildlife around the map. I'm tempted to get a little warehouse up sooner rather than later. We're not going to have a stove, but if we can just get a little freezer up somewhere, that would actually be quite nice. Right, so all the stuff is going to get hauled. So we're in control. We have the next steps after this, which include getting a mech through the mechanoid stuff over here. And then that will give us more steel slag chunks, which is going to be our best way to get steel for a very, very, very long time. Which are these little things here, which are going to give us 15 steel per. Right, Paul's hauling all this. I'm going to double click on this package survival meals and I'm going to disallow him using them. I don't want him to use them. I want to live off the land for as much as possible before he has to use them. Right. We've got a little bit of space inside, but that's absolutely fine. Now, the most important thing to do now is while we're in summer and all this wildlife is actually on the map, we need to go kill it. Now, the plan to deal with this fox, we could just shoot it out in the wild. However, there's going to be a chance that we mess up and it kills us. I'm going to wait until it starts eating a meal. When it starts to eat a meal, if we time it right, it should get locked in the animation, and then we will be able to kill it that way. Right, he's having a quick clean. We go to needs, and all he's got is the -5 for darkness. However, now he's researched and has stood here. This heater gives light for everything around 1 radius. So actually, he's absolutely fine there. No negatives off the bat. Very, very good start. Saying that, I do wonder if research batteries should be prioritized before the hunting, but actually, if everything leaves. So we have a group of travelers passing by. Not really doing anything, so. The issue why I'm doing research now is because what I don't want is the minute I move away, someone else to eat my meals. That'd make me a little bit negative, to say the least. So I do want to be a little bit careful. We don't want to kill them 2 people wandering because we want someone to be friends with us to trade. If we eat everyone and harvest all their organs, then no one's going to want to trade with us. We're going to have them all on jars on our shelf, which is not the idea. So when these animals get hungry, they will start to jump on my meals, like this bunny is here. So luckily I've got this mod, which is really, really good. And I can see when one of these starts beelining up. When it starts beelining up, I can then shoot. Our shooting is at 11 with a small passion, so hopefully we can get it a little bit up by doing this. Not like this shooting trip, but just like them all in general. There we go, there's one rabbit. Right, then we haul. That wolf is going to attack me if I haul it. So we're going to back off with the range. We're going to check the movement speed of this fox, which is 4.6. We're going to check pulls, which is 4.85, which means in a straight run, we can outrun it. So when it starts the animation, we're going to shoot at it. Hit you. Leave that. It's the polar bears, when they eat the meals, they get locked in the animation, but it seems like the littler stuff doesn't. Right, there we go. But we got a shot on the predator. And it is actually going to die if left long enough, so that's cool. We've got no power, and this is why we need to research batteries immediately, because pause. A rabbit might get that meal. I was a bit slow on the pause then. Nope. Perfect. We don't need to run around the map when we can bring all the wildlife to us. It just means I need to be quick off the bat. Luckily, I've got this mini-map that I can watch, but it's the minute I take my eyes off it for a second. Well, I think the bunny... This bunny over here is coming in for one of the meals. I will go slaughter the horse shortly. this good shooting experience? No. Is that rabbit gonna die? Yep. So they're gonna starve to death. Some yaks join. That's handy for food. Blood loss. Okay. This is probably going to mean we're going to need to get a little stock room up sooner rather than later, just so all this stuff doesn't deteriorate. And it's going to be like a really humble little room, which is going to be fine. We don't really want to join it onto this room, because this room is always going to be really hot. So it is going to have to be like a separate entity, a separate room for the time being. Right, Paul. What have we got down here? Right, I'm going to have to keep an eye on all this, but come slaughter the horse. Because this doesn't help me, it's just wandering around, and I don't want to potentially lose a food source. The yaks join, so I believe if I do 2 animal sleeping spots, when it comes to night, they'll come and sleep here, and then I can slaughter them. Right, so we got 3 rabbits on a horse, and we're going to have an Arctic fox at some point. So that's a really good start with the food. We haven't got much materials left for just a small 50, 150, 300, 400. I just want a really tiny room just to stockpile food. So that's 300 and that's 450. I don't know if this is going to be a little bit too small. Issue is it's not like we exactly have the money to spend on too much. Let's go. So how much is that? I hate the game, won't tell me. So that's going to be like 400 there. I don't think we've got enough to actually circle the room. That's 10. 30. So we could do something like that, and that'll be just a really humble storage room for our food. It stays refrigerated forever. I think that's probably the best move that I can think of at the moment. Do I want this further back? No, I think I'm fine with it there. It's just a little small room, just to basically be a freezer. We've got a lot of food all at once, so I actually want to make sure it's not all going to start deteriorating, mainly because I'm really lazy with keeping an eye on it. So we go meals, raw foods, and so no entities, no mechanoids, but human and animals, yes, 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 everything fresh. So let's go speed 3, we'll get that up. We've got 2 yaks the other side of the map. I'm hoping because we've built these 2 sleeping spots that they're going to come over. Rare Fumbros have entered the map as well. We'd obviously be insane if we tried to tackle them. So the yaks are here. Paul is hungry. So let's go butcher creature and then set a bill, because we can keep some of them as corpses. We don't need to go straight into like butchering them immediately. So if we do something like let's go 175 and then unpause at a humble 50. Do that for humans as well. Hello, hello, hello. We are on the last attempt. This time we've pulled over, but we're going hard in the paint. Right, these 2 slaughter. And then we've got our Arctic fox, which is unconscious, so we could probably hunt, and it's not going to be able to do anything. Them 2 yaks there just get slaughtered. So that's absolutely fine. We're going to get our makeshift freezer up now. And then butcher them. A bit concerned he's not constructing, but I'm sure he's getting round to it. We've got aesthetic this time out, so we can eat raw food and not be bothered by it. suppose he's prioritising. What happened to Susan and Harper? We got attacked by 3 colonists. And Harper went down. Harper got kidnapped. Susan tried to save, but Susan was too slow. Susan did save Harper. We got attacked by 2 colonists, and the 2 colonists broke the base, kidnapped Harper, and then came back to beat up Susan. No, kidnapped Susan, then came back to beat up Harper. And that was in the first 10 minutes. Right. Just making sure you're not eating. Oh, you did eat that meal. It didn't show the animation, otherwise I would have shot at you. Come slaughter that. I want to get this freezer up. Right, there we go. So we're going to get our freezer up this game. I know, like, you wouldn't believe it if it was in a movie. Alright. Still, what are you doing? Praying. No, can we get this up, please? Praying isn't going to help you. Building your freezer will help you. Right, there we go. That's all roofed. That's all frozen. Just make sure we got enough room for all of this. Okay, we nearly got... No, but no, Paul. Eat the raw foods. Okay. And then all the packaged survival meals we're not going to allow. They'll stay around for ages, so I want to hold them for the time being. Meat is more important, and that's just a very humble... Saying that, these don't need... Do they need to be frozen? They don't need to be frozen. So they can be pulled inside. To save a little bit of room. So if they can come over here, that will save us a ton of room. But haul these. Are these okay here? Yeah, they're okay here. So that means more meat and corpses can be outside. Have you died yet? How dare you? Right, and then disallow them. So then that's a good a good start. We can't top that up. We've got a freezer that's packed. We've got our survival meals. We've got corpses, stuff like that. Paul is as happy as ever. Needs are fine. He's only got the darkness modifier, but the minute he starts researching, that goes away. And yeah, and then we get the batteries up. Now, we haven't got the materials for the battery, but I actually think getting the freezer up fast is a master stroke. Mainly to protect my food from the wildlife and to keep it all frozen. Now, the next step is going to be to come over to shoot this, and then we get the mech link. We get the quest, where we have to defeat 1 mech. That's really handy for when we get a raid. And then we get the steel slag chunks to make more steel. So, we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. We know what the plan is. It is really important now we get the battery up. And we're looking pretty golden. Does mean we're going to be able to push back defenses a little bit because we took Jogger. I still think Industrialist we would have got more use out of. It's just I feel Jogger's just going to come in clutch every now and then. That's the thinking. It's like, it's just difficult. But I think the freezer straight off the bat is just going to allow us to control our food, not waste anything immediately. And I do think that's more important. Paul is praying. No cannibal, that is brave. The issue with cannibal is I really like cannibal. You guys know I did. I think aesthetic... I like cannibal. But because we're playing on Randy 500%, we're not always going to have an influx of humans. So therefore, we're not going to get the benefit of that trait. I want traits that we're getting the benefit of them all the time, if that makes sense. So cannibal has the downside where if we're not eating humans, we'll get sad. Concerned that you can't wear human skin. It's always a concern of mine. Always a concern of mine. Like, I think this is the better split. I think Iron Wield is too good. Iron Wield is too good. Like, we don't break down until we're like... What is it? Needs... Our breakdown... Like, our major thresholds, our minor break is at 17%. Like, that's crazy. If we get that low, then we know there's problems. It's like we generally look at all the things we're getting negatives for. Right, pause. I need recreation. I'll build it out of wood. Right, draft and undraft just to reset his stuff. He'll get that up. Cool. And then we're going to go shoot that mech link as well in a bit. I think this is a good start. What materials do we have here? Just plain leather. Light leather. Wondering if one of the happy traits might have done a similar or better job than what? I mean, I think Iron Wield is better than... Well, but they both do the same job, they just do it in different ways. If that makes sense. So the reason why I like Iron Wield over a positive... So we get a plus 12 positive modifier. That's obviously good. Iron Wield reduces the break point, so it's much, much lower, which just gives us much more room for error. You can make the argument that they do the same thing. I think Iron Wield works better. I'd have to work out the percentages. Slight. You'd have to work out the percentages on the mental break threshold being minus 18% less to getting 12 plus like mood boost. Because I think the minus 18 is better than the plus 12. Happy can be overwhelmed with negatives. Iron Wills let you suck up more negatives, yeah. Iron Willed is just like the get out of jail card in combat. So if we're in combat too long, we're miserable too long, we can't have our colonists breaking down. And I think the minus 18% is more efficient than a plus 12% mood boost. But I would be happy to be proved wrong by someone. Aesthetic might have issues with you building everything from silver, might also be a thing. I don't like aesthetic. However, it's a pain to try and make a room really, really good looking. It's really a pain. So if you don't have aesthetic, they start to get really miserable that everything looks rubbish. And as you've seen, we're not exactly got loads of materials outside flooring to make stuff look good. So I just went aesthetic because I think I need to stay on one colonist for longer. The room is already slightly impressive. Oh, pause. Oh. Yes, but we're not getting even without you trying. Yes, so without aesthetic, it's fine when the room gets here. When we upgrade it, then it immediately goes down. And you got to remember, we haven't got the battery in yet. When the battery makes the place look ugly, we haven't got more just general stuff because before they were miserable about the room when we made it bigger. This allows us to keep it as small as possible. All them berries is clutch. Randy wants me to succeed. Right. Material-wise, how much is it to get a shelf up? 200 silver, that's insane. Right, 20 wood. Fair enough, Randy pities you. Right, we're getting one wood shelf in here. I don't like wasting woods, but I want to make sure we've got room for... No, don't just store any old rubbish on here, you turd. Right. If we're getting lots of food, let's make sure we can store it. We do get lots of steel slag chunks, which is even more exciting. It's like a 1-2 from Randy there. It's very, very nice. Probably shouldn't have wasted that wood there, but it's fine. That gives us enough for the battery straight off the bat. And then that just gives us room for everything we need to do. And I need to have the mentality that every time we're seeing wild animals and whatnot, we need to hunt, we need to go get them. Even if we have a full freezer. Some visitors. We do need some people on our side, so we can't eat everyone, sadly. Right, there we go. Humble beginnings. Humble beginnings. When we get a little bit more steel, we will be able to expand this. We can't hunt them. One, there's 3 of them. It's too easy to mess up. 2, we need to make sure we have some friends, otherwise no one will come trade with us. Later on, we can hunt them till our heart's content. Early on, can you trigger the max? No, we haven't got the event yet. And I don't think I don't know. Right, Paul, come trade. What have they got? I do like selling all my gold, but I'm not going to do it here. In all honesty, I'm going to sell the gold to get more silver. And then use that for construction. That sounds wrong. That sounds really bad saying that out loud. And then we'll buy the 4 herbal medicine as well. It sounds wrong to say it like that, but I think that is what we've got to do. I want to get the battery up before we start using the smelter delta. And then we'll use that until we're content. Obviously, we haven't got any warm clothing at the moment. So we do need to keep that in mind. So we go straight, we get the battery. We place the battery here. Nice little spot for it. So far, so good. So far, so good. But yeah. Like, this is pretty much pinpoint accuracy start so far. I just want this battery done. Saying that, we're not going to be able to get the battery done yet. But we'll turn the smelter delta on immediately afterwards. Get that steel. 15 steel per pot. The psychic drone has ended, which is really nice. Looking at Paul's needs, he's really hungry. So far, so good. No negatives across the bat. Right, and I want to get the first year done definitely today. I need to rectify some demons. And I need to go slow and I need to stop. I think that sometimes it's easy, it's easier sometimes, but I'm going to have to, executive decision chat. Because it's we keep one person, we can survive forever, okay? Now, obviously, that's not what we want to do. That's boring. No one wants to watch that. But we need to be in such a good spot before we allow another colonist, because the minute we allow another colonist, the attacks are going to get a little bit more scary. It might not look scary, but they get scary. And what we've always got to remember is Randy can hit us, consistently afterwards. Right, so let's get the steel so we can get this battery up. And then we put one hidden conduit there. How many do we need? We don't need tons of steel. We're probably going to expand this next, and then we'll get our whole stockpile in here as well. We do need to then hold on to enough steel to make sure we can get a comms console up as well. We need to be careful because outside the next task, this is the only bit of steel that we're going to get. Obviously, Randy wants to treat us. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no. I'm going to let Paul have his sleep. We do need warm clothing. And this is the thing. Now when Randy leaves us, we need to make sure we've got a stockpile to go for a very, very long time. Because that's the issue that we keep having. We're on Randy Random 500%, but we're still having problems. Right, colonists idle. Temperature outside of -9. We can cope with 7 degrees. That is really not good. Okay. Let's come over here, because the next task is to shoot this. By shooting this, not only do we get more steel slag chunks, but we also get our mech link, which gives us a quest where we can get a mech, basically. We will have to defeat a mech, but we'll do that when either a raid comes or a trader comes. Let's shoot that. Let's also give us steel slag chunks. So the next bit of research, we need to go straight into microelectronics. So the reason why we go for comms console is it just immediately opens up avenues for us to trade. And we need as many trade options as possible. For the very reason, if Randy leaves us alone, we can potentially open up avenues for more ways to succeed. Run, Paul! Transport pod crash. He has got hypothermia, so let's make our first zone. So then if he does get that. So let's go. Honey. Grab. Yeah. Coat. Right, we go honey, grab your coat, and that's going to be inside. It makes sense, don't question it. Right, he'll come in, sort out that hypothermia. He'll be able to grab this and decrypt that tomorrow. He just decrypts that at the research bench, and then we get that quest. We're going to set all these to haul. They're going to go to our dumping stockpile to the right, and then we've got... I mean, we're always... Don't get me wrong. When I say we're not going to take that second colonist till they're too soon, if we get that god tier colonist, we take them. But we're able to be extraordinarily picky here. No, and when I say god tier, it would be someone with either iron willed, a positive trait, something that means they are not going to break down once we take them. More importantly, he does have a Parker. And why is that important is because we don't have one. So come down immediately, come grab that. Let's just check health. We have got 13% hypothermia. Strip him. Wear that. We can now survive in temperatures -17. Hell of an improvement. Then that's under 50%, so if we put that on, we would get tattered clothing. The alpaca wool, that should be better as well, right? So currently -17, and now we're -20, so that is an improvement. Right, Paul can now go unrestrict. He doesn't need to run back. So he'll haul all that, very nice. And then the next expansion will be for our warehouse, so we can get just a bigger stockpile to stockpile stuff. Now I'm going to go speed 1. Paul's going to stay inside. If anything happens, just shout me, chat. And if the place burns down, then it's your fault. I'm just going to say goodnight to my daughter. Turns out, no, I'm not, because she's not even in bed. I'm losing the plot. Right. So then we go speed 3, we go unrestrict. Paul is now trying to get us, obviously, the comms console. He's coming down there to get the drugs. If we had... you could have made the argument that we could have turned our bed into a prison to start harvesting his organs. I don't want the wealth to go up yet, so I'm not going to worry about that. The wealth of the colony will go up quite massively, and that's how the game will be able to attack us. We have got sensory mechanites, which is a little bit awkward. Let's make sure the only thing we're using for the time being is herbal medicine. Let's also make sure we are doing self-tend. So then Paul will actually like treat himself. There we go. 28% isn't great, but it is what it is. No hypothermia is cool. It does give us some good stuff, but the movement is what always scares me, because we need the movement for when enemies come, because we have to do a little bit of like running. Luckily we've got joggers to sort of do. Then the next thing, we'll decrypt that. Good start, good start. Humble start, but good start. So we won't get the plus 15 boost from cannibal from eating people. We will get a slight buff because of our religion. But I think that's okay, that's okay. Right. Before you go up there, can you decrypt that? Because that will give us the quest. Bang. We get the quest. It will be 1 Scorcher. When we accept that, it will drop. So we'll wait for a trader or a tough raid. Probably a trader. And then the steel slag chunks are getting pulled down. Cool. Right, let's turn the smelter delta off to save a little bit of electric. Just to make sure that battery stores, just in case something crazy happens, and then Paul's going to bring the rest of the stuff down. There's no wildlife on the map, as I can see on my mini-map. I will just check here. Nope. So we're going to have to sit on this for quite some time. This is the awkwardness of this challenge. 500% difficulty isn't so much to make it tougher on me, it's actually to make it easier on me, to hopefully the game will attack me as hard as possible. But if Randy doesn't want to attack, he could possibly leave me alone for like a year and not attack. I have seen it. Obviously, we hope that doesn't happen. Okay. Has that guy died over here? He has, so make sure we allow that. We also, if I pause and I go into my religion, we like skull spikes. So let's remove his skull. Just casually extract his skull. And then we can get a skull spike up as well, which will be a little bit of a mood boost. In the ice, every +1, +2 that we can get, we need to get and stack up. We need to just live the dream. I'm confident. I'm going hard in the paint. We have got a strategy. Is it foolproof? No, nothing I do is foolproof, but we're putting the maximum gameage into this. Right, where's his skull? Right, there we go. 1 skull over there. So where's that going to be? Misc, furniture, recreation. Let's type it in. Skull spike. Can I do silver? 250 silver. Do they think I'm made of silver? I'll do it out of steel. And we'll put that there. So you're going down to get it, yeah? Yep. A little skull on a spike. Are you really a bad guy until you've got a skull on a spike? And then let's see. We go to needs. Skull spike, so we get a +1, which is handy, Better than nothing. And then he's going to start hauling that steel slag chunk. I'm not going to shoot the others until we need the steel slag chunks. Every little helps. Yet we've got to stack as many as possible. This is the last attempt of this challenge. Not doing it anymore. If it's beyond me, it's beyond me. So we need every little bit. Now we're at Randy's mercy. We need to get microelectronics. Microelectronics is the big one because it gives us that comms console. When we start getting more materials and stuff like that, or levers, then we will make a hand tailor bench to start crafting. I seem to recall you saying that last time too. How dare you? No, this officially is. This officially is. I'm thinking that tox generators are a good idea in this terrain. Yup. Then we do need to be careful of infestations, but I agree. I think tox generators are very, very good. I think a vampire start would actually be amazing. A vampire start would be amazing. Because the snow and terrain is generally anti-fire. It's only because I did vampires in my last save, so I'll try and then do something new in the new one. And I've never done a rich explorer. I do like the start. It is an interesting start. I think the issue here is we can't really mess about. And I do like a little bit of messing about, and we need to like keep on plan, have a plan all the time. And when we don't have a plan, we need to think about what the plan is. Because progression here means a little bit more. So while there's a lot of research being done, we look at Paul's needs here and how we've set him up. Obviously he's getting pain. But like, look at all them pluses. Like, it's really, really good. The next priority is just starting to make money. But I'm not too concerned. What is his pain from? He's got mechanoid sensory mechanates? Mechanates? I don't know. So that's giving him mild pain, which is a little bit negative. We've got herbal medicine that he's treating it with at the minute. I don't want to just blow through the glitter wild medicine straight away. It's like that second colonist needs to be amazing. Like, the second colonist needs to have either a plus to their mood or aesthetic. Aesthetic could be good. See, with the pain as virtue meme, I'd refuse to treat those kinds of diseases. Yeah, it's a good point. Intellectual level 7. And this is the issue if Randy leaves us alone. Luckily, we've got the food to support this. So after the comms console, quest available, Dusty Traveller. Issue is I keep accepting these quests and then killing them, and then they put big negatives on our colonists. So I think I just leave that. We've got 6 days, so if we get desperate for food, I don't know why we would, then we'll do it. But we can't accept them and eat them. Because what would we need to get over that? Like psychopath or something like that? But I can't keep stacking negatives. Because I do that and then we break down in the worst moments possible. How's everything? Deterioration rate outside. It's okay. You can roof it over. Roof what over? That. That count. Oh yeah, because yeah, it was. Oh, okay. So it only slightly deteriorate. That's a good tip, actually, Trap. So if we roof it, it will only have one thing making it deteriorate. It's actually a very good point. Yeah. Cool. Thank you, chat. At least then we don't have to have a mad rush to get another stockpile up. The more you know. Yeah, but that is what we do after. Let's say we get the comms console up next. Do we go straight into hydroponics? That makes me a little bit nervous because they do cost a lot. They're quite rich. They require quite a bit. And a lot of power as well. You got no geothermal vents out in the sea ice tiles, sadly. Which obviously makes it awkward. Yeah. Sea ice, this is our tile. It is just ice for days. Maybe Tox generator fast or around them. It's a cheap one. Thing is, we won't be struggling for power at that point, though. Unless we go unless we go hydroponics and we use the Tox generators. The issue is it's a lot of steel and we're not generating any. Unless we go straight into deep drilling. Deep drilling at worst would give us chunks, which is building materials. Maybe it's microelectronics straight into deep drilling, because we'll get chunks. We can make them into blocks, more building materials, get our defenses up, stuff like that. What is our mining? Probably really low, isn't it? 2. Well, lots of time to mine, I guess. Comms would give you extra steel as orbital trade. Yeah. I'm always thinking worst case scenario. The bad thing about deep drilling is it has the potential for infestations. We have some visitors. Anything to trade? They do. Just having a look what was in his inventory, if he was worth shooting. Because, you know, a shot a day doesn't keep the doctor away. We have some other traders, both from the same place. I want the big pack animals, the muffalos, to shoot them. Herbal medicine deteriorated. That was a little bit. Deep drilling would mean you never need to worry about structural resources, though. That's what I'm thinking. We can build what we want, and more important. We can build our defenses. It'll take a while, but sell the drugs, buy this medicine, and the rest is going to go into packaged survival meals. Just to make sure we've got food. At every opportunity I want to buy food. I'm gonna have to use that medicine with our sentry mechanites. I didn't say you could use my table. The other ones were just passing through, I believe. I didn't check, I'm just going to assume. It makes me sound good. No mechs we can drop on them yet. We're not really in a rush to drop them on them. I want to drop them on a tasty target, just in case, rather than a nothing target, if that makes sense. And the fact I keep getting constructor mechs out of the quest, I'm not really in a rush to get a constructor. God, Randy just... I think he's a bit bipolar in all honesty. I just need him to throw something at me. Yeah, then it's just planning. I would like to get hydroponics up as well. But I honestly don't know how practical that is. And I think that's going to be even more long-term than I realise, especially with the steel issue. Because even after the comms console, knowing my luck, like the game won't do anything. Inspired creativity. But yeah, let me know what you guys are doing in Rimworld or what games you are playing. And Paul will research away. And we hope for a raid or something. So far, absolutely nothing. It's a lonely world in Paul Dover's land. Good old Paul Dover. Legendary name. Not Parking's legendary, but... We're fine eating berries, though. I'm pretty sure they're a safe thing to eat. Hope they're a safe thing to eat. Thing is, as I'm playing this, all I'm doing is thinking about the next steps. Even the comms console, like, I'm concerned it's like a trap to, like, beeline to. Only because of the length of it. We might get lucky in the fact Randy might not chuck much at us. Lucky or not lucky, however you want to look at it. But we can handle raids. Get a disturbing vision, which is to do with the monolith. I think it's suicide to turn on the monolith at this point. Maybe a start with like tribal or even crash landed. You could like go with a religion, eat entities, turn the monolith on straight away, and maybe that's a good way to do it. So the monolith is a powerful tool that you can use to your benefit. And still, I think one of the best DLCs they added to the game. Right, let's pause. Let's just check the deterioration. There's not really much I can do with these. I could build a chair. Need 110. Let's chuck that there. Get him a nice chair for his... Move him up in the world off his stall. Treat him a little bit. And Paul deserves the best in life, am I right? If you don't have a nice chair, what's the point? As if he gave up. Come on, you scallywag. Relaxing socially. Help his comfort a little bit. Masterwork. Hopefully this doesn't improve the room too much. Right, deconstruct that. Do that now. Then reinstall that there. Not me playing, but a playthrough I'm watching at the moment. Wires moved to another base and his old one got taken over by a flesh creature that actively enveloped the map. Should never let that happen. That sounds crazy. Never let that happen. Ever. I have to admit, them flesh creatures, was it the flesh hearts, are absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I have to admit, I love the new DLC. I think the new DLC is like makes playing so fun. It's like, I don't know the best words for it. It's just like, now it's here. It's like, how did it never have it before? Wouldn't say like boring without it, but it's just like, it just takes up a notch. And yeah, this is what this challenge is going to be. Obviously, early on, we don't really have any great wealth. We check in here, our wealth is mega low, so the game can't really chuck too much at us, even if it wanted to. Even with that added 500% threat, can't really do anything, because it still is based on how many colonies you have and how rich you are. We're single Sally, and we're a pauper. But don't worry, we're going to buy some more money. Live the dream. Paul's still treating himself at really bad quality. It makes me a little bit nervous. I might use a little bit of glitter worlds. I don't want this to have too much impact. If this goes bad, it should be fine. I don't know how we got diseased. I would have thought like most of the germs would have been like killed in the cold. So that's the plan anyway. This makes me nervous because I'm watching my food go down. We do get a bulk good trader. That's actually really handy. And we're going to do the old trick where we're allowed to shoot them 3 times before they get angry with us. So then it's a case of shooting the muffalo with the best gear on it. But I'm actually going to say goodnight to my daughter this time, so 2 seconds. I'm back. Okay. Speed 3, let's go! Right, we need to check the gear in all of these, and the one that we like the most, we get to shoot 3 times before they hate me and will attack me back. A little bit gamey, but I'm okay with that amount of gamey. Problem is none of them have much. I assume these don't have any. No. Gear. Cloth foods. Chocolate bear. Still. Dyes. None of these mufflers have a lot. Like, you have silver. I don't think it's worth it. I think maybe we hold back and we wait for another trader. There's nothing on any of them where I'm like, oh yeah, we need to kill them and anger them like this second. So, but we will go trade with them. Should we get some camels? Just get some camels for a laugh. Yeah, why not? Right. So let's sell off the stuff that we don't want. So we don't want the materials just because the pure simple fact is there are not enough that we can do with them currently. So that generates a smidge of money. Then we're going to buy some food because Randy is just leaving me alone again, which I absolutely detest. Can I take all of this? No. I'll take 50. I can take 50. I'll take 50. Oh, I was like, where is it? Where is it? It's all the way down now. There we go. Lovely. Get hauled up here. Just adds a little bit more food. Obviously, I'm mega concerned that the food situation isn't great. Maybe that's the reason why we kill a muffalo. We get some resources, we get some meat. Oh no, I should actually do the quest for the Scorcher. Hopefully I didn't wait too late. Ah, it's down south. So here's the Scorcher. It will go wild and come up, and then obviously attack them and not me. Let's hide inside. Fingers crossed the trader doesn't go away too quickly. I can probably tank this because it's incredibly short range. I'd have preferred a little bit more of a deadlier mech, but it is what it is. That's coming up here. Hopefully it can do some damage. Obviously, if it kills humans, that's food for us. Problem is, it's naturally, like, fire resistant. The terrain we're in. There's one gone down. Bolt action rifle. That looks juicy. That looks juicy. He might get back up. Another one's gone down. Okay, oh, please. Okay, the mech link is available. We have another double check of these muffalos. To be fair, we could just take one down and then sell the stuff back if it dies quick enough. So I'd probably want the steel. So let's get Paul, let's draft, let's come up here. Just the one with steel. That's got 1,000 silver. Am I saying this? Just get Paul out, let's just see what we can do. How is Harper? Harper's gone. You all led me astray. Right, then we're going to shoot this muffalo here for the steel. Then we can sell the other stuff back if we get lucky. I'm tempted to go with the silver. Problem is there was so much silver, it'd raise my colony. There is. Maybe I go with the silver. I'm going to go with this one here. We get 40 components. Interesting end. I can give you the speed run of the ending. So we got attacked by 3 people. They tried to kidnap Harper. We saved Harper with Susan. We saved. Then she got kidnapped again. We saved her again. Then we got attacked by 2. Then one kidnapped Susan. Susan sacrificed herself, got kidnapped, but then the other person didn't leave with the kidnapper. They destroyed all my base and then kidnapped Harper. Oh yeah, chicken eggs. Good point, chat. Good point. Yeah, I think we try and shoot this one. We got 3 shots before they get angry. Oh, it would have been great if some of these other humans would have died. I think they're all going to get back up, though. Right, let's get closer. It is this one here, isn't it? Right, don't accidentally shoot one of the people, though, yeah? That would be such a Paul thing to do. Right, no more, no more, no more! Oh no! Paul, run! Can we all admit that's not my fault? Will they leave or attack me? Ah, I hate this game. Oh, they're leaving. If they leave, this is great. If they leave, this is actually great for us. I've got to watch the people with guns. But if they leave, that might not go down. We could pick off some humans here. He's coming down to me. No, we can actually pick off some humans here. Shall we title this run Mistakes Were Made? They're leaving. Let's pick off some humans. If Paul could actually shoot. Yeah, just casual murder. There's one. I'm not going to be able to get anyone else. They're hostile, which is bad but good, because they will attack me more. It just means, obviously, trading options isn't as great. Sit. I'm probably not going to catch anyone else. There's a chance I could catch you. What? Let's have a quick look. If I run Paul... I don't think I catch him. Watch them all turn around and just, like, shoot me up. That would actually be quite funny. Just checking the range on the weapons, though. I think they might be waiting for this person here before they can leave. This might actually be like a goated run. This is an incredible start. Oh, it's just a little bit too slow. What weapon do you have? A pistol. Good shot. Don't get shot back. What is the range on that revolver? What, if he one-shots Paul, Paul deserves the... Oh! Don't disrespect Paul. Right, the Muffalo didn't go down, but we got 3 human, like, bodies out of that. I'm actually happy with that. Does mean then we can get our mech up as well. This is going to be a good start. Come on, Paul. Nice. Unrestrict. All that. Oh, don't break down. Why are we going to break down food? Yep. Go eat that. Bang. What saved us there? Rimworld. Haul that all the way back. Should be fine. Fingers crossed. I think Rimworld probably kept that from breaking down there. Right, let's sleep. Perfect. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Yeah, obviously, it would have been the icing on the cake if we would have got the muffalo at the same time. But beggars can't be choosers. The priority at the minute is food. Food and resources. Because I'm pretty sure they will naturally go back to 0 as well, right? Yeah. If current goodwill is far, it will slowly shift towards natural goodwill over time, which is actually important. So they'll naturally go towards goodwill. Which is handy if that's the case, because they'll attack me more. So hopefully then there's more opportunities for the game to actually throw attacks at me. We got a rabbit out of that. We got 3 human bodies. There's another rabbit over there. Food is the priority at this point, with Randy seemingly not wanting to attack me again. We got... Okay. Pumped and pumped. Obviously, we've got to go to the comms console. This is the last time we're doing this challenge, so... We're going hard in the paint. I like Paul's traits. The thing is, I really like the fun of just limiting myself to 3 traits and just like arguing in my own brain about which one's better. We did get a bolt action rifle, which is handy. Then we got the revolver up there. Right, Paul's mood is not great. Is there anything we can do early on to actually improve it? Chili, want human meat. Right, starting to go through our glitter word medicine. We are getting hypothermia. Right, then we're in researching again. Easy game, chat. Easy game. See, we just win. That's where we went wrong before. We weren't winning. Now we're winning. So if you're ever in a tough spot, just remember, if you just win, all okay. All okay. But yeah, I think it's comms console into deep drilling. And then, I mean, we'll worry about the next step afterwards. That's going to take long enough as it is. We don't have the steel. No, we do have the steel to get the comms console up. So that's handy. And we're more relaxed. The issue is when Randy leaves us alone like this, I get scared. Because he'll leave me alone for like 10 plus days, no attack, and our food just deteriorates and deteriorates. Alright, Paul's living the dream. So I hope everyone watching is living the dream. Be like Paul Dover. Right, what I actually will do is let's go into the smelter delta. Suspend the smelt metal from slag, because I don't want you to do that. But smelt weapon, do forever. Clear all. Let's go range. Let's do that revolver. Then what was the other weapon in there? The machine pistol. We'll do that with machine pistol as well. Smelt both of them. Turn that on. Or we'll finish what he's doing in the research. I've got a rabbit over the north or west. What I might do is actually leave this door open and then the rabbit will come down here. And hopefully when this rabbit comes and gets hungry, it will come down to my freezer. Just so then I need to travel all the way over there. It's minus 31 at the moment. We are getting chilly. There we go. Smelt them for a little bit of resources. It's going to be nothing too sexy, but... Yep, I know the smelter's on. I've just turned it on. There we go. And there's the machine pistol. Nice, nice, nice. And we'll turn it back off. Just because I don't want to smelt these yet. And then I can see that bunny on the mini-map coming down. So I'm going to get all ready. A little snowman there. I wonder if that was the travellers that had done that. There we go. And some more food. Easy game. Do I need to leave? I can leave that door open, can't I? Actually, let's just shut it in case raiders come. Right, it's a healthy stockpile of food. Expert Trapper. It's my middle name. It's my middle name. Okay, there we go. The first raid from the Trash Slickers. Just the one. Knife, pigskin. For some reason, I always thought pigskin had robust. So now every time, like, crackling. Very good, chat. Very good. So now every time I click on them, I just feel like they've got robust. What is your run speed? 4.6 and Paul's is 3.9. It's not going to be awkward at all. They are going to prepare for a while. Right, so... Yeah, he's slowed down with his health condition. So what we're going to do... We're going to draft... We're going to get this mech link down here. Yeah, we've taken Jogger. The health condition is what's reducing our movement. Right, I don't know what he's doing up here. Oh, not the wind turbine! I really hate how the game always... Ugh. I've just heard it blow up. I hate that the game does that, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just ignoring it, otherwise I'm gonna be salty. Right, we got a constructor. I honestly, I do hate how the game, like, does that. It's like, oh no, I'm not gonna fight you, I'm gonna, like, no. I'm gonna have to mute myself, otherwise I'm gonna get annoyed. I just hate that AI. No, I'm locked onto it. No, it does. Right, constructor up front. Hopefully Paul just does the shooting, but we have to take this carefully. Right, lock him into combat. I need to get as much, obviously, damage on him as possible. Right, Paul, take a couple of steps back in case that constructor goes down. Another shot on him. Constructor has gone down. Just run, just run. Just make sure we got that gap. We don't need to risk anything. Oh, we've got loads of movement on him. There we go. Nice, 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 nice.
Hot damn!
There we go. No worries. Right, allow all that. Repair our constructor. hate how they target stuff. It's so annoying. Right, go there. We can also get the crafting station up. Go production, go crafting spot. Then we'll go smash mechanoids. Did you repair that mech? You did. We had a horse to start with. I need to turn the smelter delta on before we lose all the power in our battery. Paul is going to have a breakdown because of sleep. Great. Right, turn it off. Yeah, go to sleep. I can't have you breaking down. Can't have you breaking down. Recreation unfulfilled as well. Need to wait for Paul's mood to go up. Animal migration, Arctic foxes. This will be really awkward if one of them goes wild and attacks me. This mechanoid's just come in here for the time being. And dormant. We'll get Paul to stay inside just for the time being. 2 seconds, I'm being shouted. Okay. Right, the constructor on dormant, on draft. So that will get energy. Let's go speed 3. Right. What is the best thing? 1 human meat, you're getting -2. Slept in the cold, we need another heater. Serious pain. That health, like, thing was very awkward. He also took my butcher table out. I'm 10 short of a butcher table. And I'm short on... Oh, okay, this is going to be awkward. So, think about this logically. So, we might not be able to get a butcher's table up. So, we probably just get a butchering spot up. Is probably the move. This is made out of human meat. Allow this. And eat this. Because then you get your human meat. So, then we get rid of that negative. So, then let's go to needs. So... that should disappear. It does. We get a +2 instead. Mood goes up. Recreation is low. Let's let that go up a little bit. We need to do a lot of things. I'm watching the battery at the same time, but we need to make sure mood is up to be able to do all this. Right, now we're going to turn the smelter on. We need to get the wind turbine up first, because if we don't get that up, we're in more trouble. So you're tending to yourself. 58% is a little bit nicer. So that is now turned on. I need you to... What do you mean there's no ingredients? Sort your life out. Smelt metal from slag. Oh, it's because you're zone. So let's get you to unrestrict. And let's start smelting. Right, so then that's the material for the wind turbine. Actually, I've miscalculated this, so we have got enough to get a steel butcher table. It's so annoying, we're like 10 away from being able to get a wooden butcher table. Very frustrating. There we go, the wind turbine back up. Then come here, come back to smelt some steel metal slag. Is it 75 for a butcher table? Now, obviously, that's not going to be a problem that comes up before, but I wanted to run and get the mech just in case Paul missed his shots, because if he missed his shots, he'd just die. So I don't regret doing anything we just did there. Ooh, it's slightly short. That mechanized should give us the steel needed, though. Yep. So we get the steel, butcher table. I will just chuck it there again, that's fine. No, build this now, please. It's the worst part when you lose all your bills and stuff. 175 on pause at 50. And we're back, baby. And we're back, baby. Okay. Where's he going? To get that dead body. I approve. Okay. Right, and he's eating survival meals. I'm happy with that for the time being. Probably deny the next ones. Need serious pain is awkward. Right, they did destroy a horseshoe pin, which I'm very sad about, I'll have you know. Right, there we go. Right. Very, very confident. Very confident. The freezer's looking good. The resource is not great. Very destructive pick. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. We can't afford that to happen again, though. Luckily, we have the steel slags everywhere. Obviously, we've got some more stuff we can shoot up to the north west. But we haven't got it yet. Right, we're done with... Actually, there's a little dagger there. Can we smelt that? A little knife. And then we can turn the smelter delta off. Right, there we go. Then turn that off. We do need another heater. No, my statement is if another attack came now and this got destroyed, we probably wouldn't have time to go deconstruct everything, shoot everything before the battery started like running out and stuff like that. Right, so that's turned off. Cleaned up all that. Okay. We're back in business. We're back in business. 2 seconds. Anyway, rescuing Jet. I'm sure that's going to be like really close. Imagine. Yeah, I'll just walk all that distance, game. Yeah, no worries. Okay. Paul's mood is stable. It's really awkward if we've got these sensory stuff. I don't want them at all. Obviously, that goes without saying, but just it affects us. Right, we've got a rabbit in the northeast. So obviously we are master hunter-gatherer. We draft, we open the door here. Then our food is all for show. So when that rabbit gets hungry bungy, it will come down. However, first we've got to deal with them damn dirty trash slickers. The increase helps you research faster and shoot better. Yeah, but it doesn't. It means we can't run away from the enemy, and the enemy is quicker than us, and I don't want that. Because what that means is, if our shooting does not connect, which half the time it doesn't, they run in and kill us. Right, we have two. One's got a gun. One's got a knife. What's our wealth? Okay. Did it say they were preparing? I should have put the mod in where you can have like more than one weapon at a time, but to be fair, that'd be very powerful. But because then we could go up with the bolt action rifle and take a couple of pot shots. No quests that we can do to like activate anything, so we're gonna have to fight this. Right, let's go speed 3. I don't want to worry about this door being open, because I don't want that enemy to go in and start burning stuff. Right, then we're going to wait for them to come at me. Right, does Paul have everything? What are they wearing? They might get hypothermia. Hypothermia would be a nice debuff. It's currently minus 41. And no, we do not want to run at them. Minus 10, 0. 11% there. So you'll definitely get the debuff. Look, their movement's already got the debuff. So their movement is 3.96. And ours is 4.8. So we do not run at them in these cold conditions. We let the hypothermia hit them and debuff them as much as possible. We've got our mechanoids. If I had 2 people, then I'd get 1 person with the bolt action rifle and I'd go pot shot. We keep Paul happy, we let them take debuffs. Where's he going? He was having a walk. The pistol scares me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. He might just hit the floor before he even gets to me. 30% he will. 20%. What shooter skill does the pistol guy have? Good point. 0. So that's the most dangerous because that means headshot. Yeah, rip your spine. Exactly. Exactly. We've all played Rimworld. 0 means he hits headshot straight away. Do you reckon he gets to me? Bets in chat. Does this guy get to me? He probably does. The other guy definitely doesn't. He's on 35%. I might. Okay. Watch them run immediately for our wind turbine. Look. This is literally the perfect thing, right? He's got 0 shooting, he's got a pistol, he's out in the open. We've got cover, we've got a charge rifle, we've got 11 shooting. Oh, don't doubt Paul. Oh! Come on, Paul. There's a new champ in town! The Golden God! Maybe a free hat. GG, thank you, chat, thank you, chat. Free hat, good point, good point, good point. It's a cloth or a cloth. Tough decision. Go strip. To help Paul just Organ opportunity. No, I don't want to do organs yet. I don't want to raise wealth in the colony. I like your thinking. I just don't want to raise wealth in the colony. I don't think we should do that yet. Steal their pants too. For any reason or just because you want their pants? Yeah, no, I like the idea of harvesting their organs. I want to play it safe. This is the last time we're going to attempt this challenge. I'm not doing it anymore. So if we lose here, that is it done. So we need to be careful. And in careful, we cannot be making our wealth go too high. If you think we're getting attacked 2 people now, 1 person with a gun and our wealth is here, there is no guarantee that we harvest them and a trader comes or something like that. Is this close any good? Not really. I'll set up a smelt apparel. I don't think any of this will get us anything. Get rid of the armor, get rid of the utility, and then put this as like under 49%, and I'll keep an eye on him. I manually turn it on so I can always keep an eye. Speed 3. Then we'll turn on the smelter delta, get rid of all that. More bodies for the freezer. We can extract another skull. Because apparently skull spike encounter +1 to +3, so I don't know if that means we need 3 of them to get that +3. Might allow. You can dot them around the base for decor and deterrent. I don't know if it's worth it. Alright. I'm happy with that. Oh. Right, speed 3. I reckon this is the run, chat. Should let you make a skull into a mug. This is the run. What? But I still think comms console into deep drilling is the way. I really want another shelf. What else do we need wood for immediately? Nothing, right? Yeah, it's a way to get blocks out of the map. I'm gonna get another wooden shelf up. It's the second person where it gets tricky, as you saw with Harper. Raise it. Yes, yeah. I've got a plan. Let's go 300. Pause. 175. It's going to be hard to get more wood other than via traders. I'm fine. There's no wood that we need immediately. Don't list all the things we need wood for, but For the moment, it's more important to get a shelf. It's more important to make sure we have as much food as possible. So I want a couple more shelves, make sure our freezer's sorted, and then we're going to go through the next plan. So yes, another colonist is what we're going to have to keep our eye on. Now, as I found out the hard way, the game is going to get incredibly harder. Because we're not necessarily going to be able to get a kill box or all that sexy stuff. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful. The colonists we are looking out for. Anyone that is aesthetic, we will take. Anyone with a mood boost, we will take. A melee god, we take. That's the priorities. That's the priorities. I spent all my wood, then needed a harp for my night ceremony. Yeah. Well, here we go. Like I said, we will probably regret spending this wood. I want to make sure that we can stockpile as much food as possible because this game is consistently not giving me events. That is apparently changing. Just the one. Body purist. They will prepare for a while. Speed through. A walk in Parker. No Parker. Wow. Speed through. He's floofy. Right, they're beginning. Oh. Come on, Paul. Oh, just pelting him. What is my shooting? Why, did he have drugs? Did I miss that? That is very astute observation, chat. Smoke leaf joint. Oh, sorry, Rob. Smoke leaf joints. Very good. Very good. Nice. Let's go. There we go. Smelling this. I'm so happy. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. I'm going quiet more than just I'm thinking about the options that we've got. Snow House self-tamed. Meals on wheels, party people. Meals on wheels. Got some animals on the map to pop. Yep, yep, yep. We get everything. Those dark winter nights on the ice, you need a little smoke. Oh, yeah. Although, I'll show you my traits. I don't know if you've seen them, Rob, because you didn't see the crate. We went with iron-willed for the mental break threshold. We went back to jogger. Now, it was between jogger and industrialist. Industrialist, I feel like you get more out of it. But jogger comes in clutch. And we went back to aesthetic. We ditched cannibal, which hurts my soul. But I think the cannibal just, it wasn't doing enough. So animals, you're coming to the home zone, that's fine. And slaughter. Nice. You got cannibal in religion, presumably. Yeah, spot on. I thought about it a lot, and with what obviously you said and chat said, and I think that's the way to go. Aesthetic is like If we could have got chunks or something, then maybe not. But I think actually, just early on, if I'm keeping one colonist for a while, just keeping aesthetic is actually important. And then this is our humble beginnings. And aesthetic is really handy, especially for the raw food. Eating raw, not having to worry about getting a stove or whatnot. I think with resources so few and far between, I would have really liked that mechanoid to be a lifter, I'm not going to lie. Would have been proper legit. And then it's just getting more material. Okay. Paul, what are we doing? What's happening over here? It's because you've got nowhere else to put them. I'm going to get 2 more shelves. I'm going to allow the packaged survival meals now. I'm confident with how we are meal-wise that I don't need to stop them. Link these. Storage. Let's go important. But over here, we go critical. Start to actually pull everything inside. Because we've got materials that we can actually do stuff out. The next thing is going to be getting the hand tailor bench, because we're about to get a lot of human meat. So we can actually start our money-making business. And then hopefully we can just have calm, cool, collective. We're going to hit that 1 year, but we're going in really careful. We're going to... I want to smash this. No more messing about now. Right, these jackets. Can you not smelt them? No. Destroy apparel. Do forever. Clear all. Misk. Anything under 40. Right, get rid of those. Why are we not getting rid of the pistol, the auto pistol? Smelt weapon. Ranged. Auto pistol, there we go. Okay. We're on to another good start. We're on to another good start. I don't think there's anything else we would want. Mechanoid missing part. Is that just because you're damaged? Oh, repair. I need that fixed in case an attack comes. Another dead body over there. Let's make sure we're butchering. Then unsuspend. Sorry, unpause. Draft, undraft. Then he goes to bed. Turn off smelter, thank you, chat. We need to get another heater, because we are getting slept in the cold. We need 50 steel for that. So tomorrow we're going to butcher a load more things, make sure all that's stockpiled, haul that back in there, and then we're going to go shoot the other stuff. Human corpses aren't... Thank you, chat. I wondered why that wasn't working. I knew I kept you around, chat. I knew it. I knew there was a reason. Let's go. Turn it back on to smelt all that stuff. Flick on. Oh. I think, like, when we get to this point, it's just how we go on from here, and I think I always use a cooler to dump my heat from my freezer into my main base. This is not effective in an ice sheet. We don't really need to, because you don't need the cooler. So it'd be a waste of electric. Do you know what I mean? I like the idea, don't get me wrong, but it's just... With it so cold outside, I just need to... The mistake I made last time that Rob pointed out, to be fair, is I had the freezer attached to the main base, or the main bit. This pumps out quite a bit of heat, especially because we need 2 heaters in here. So it's like, this just needs to be separated. It doesn't need a heater. Like, it's minus 51 degrees in here. Pretty chilly. Right, I'm going to get another steel shelf up. And link. Right, there we go. Right, we have got lots of human leather. I'm going to move these shelves like here and here, and we'll put the hand tailor bench here. Has anyone tried to take the temperature to absolute 0 to see what happens? Just, I don't think anything special would happen, but it'd be interesting to see. Right, let's come down here. Deconstruct. All. Turn the smelter off for the time being. Obviously, we're trying to get the comms console up at the same time. I have it on authority from Royal Marine that when the wind picks up and makes your eyes water, the tears freeze on your eyeballs. Jeez. You sometimes get the odd day in summer above freezing, but your stuff stays refrigerated and usually lasts until it gets frozen again. Good to know. No, this is, what, the 5th time? This is to glory. This is to glory. It's the next expansion past this. Like, what is the next goal after this? Is the question. Like, do we go straight for, like, the walls around the base now? Do we get another room? Yeah, deep drill than hydroponics, totally agree. It's more like the general build of the base, like, if I need to do anything. I want to get, like, through to year 1 today. Just to, like, get back on track. Have I not got... I need smelt apparel. Do forever. Anything that's tainted. Hopefully get a steel deposit near your base. Had to walk miles for my first one. Got a tiny bit of steel around the colony. Obviously, I'm more concerned about the wind turbine getting targeted, but Paul's getting cold when he's outside, which is not great. Oh. No, I'm happy we've got this. This feels like a strong start. I actually think Iron Wield is really handy. Right, turn on the smelter delta. Can we smelt stuff? Then pause, destroy apparel, do forever. Anything tainted. Okay, just checking he's getting rid of the right things. Think you will need deep drill before you have resources to wall your base. Agree. Can you wall the turbine off eventually? I think I agree with Rob. The problem is steel is very, hard to come by. We need to start making money. I need to open this door. We have a rabbit on the southwest side of the map. So if I open this up, when it gets hungry, it will come in here. He'll get hungry, it will come over, go eat our food, that's fine. And then we've got to shoot the rest of these over here for the rest of the steel. Unless you can make enough money to buy a bunch of stone. I want to smelt to see what steel we can get from the rest of the map. That's going to make a decision whether... We've got another raid. Whether we go for the comms console or whether we go for a hand tailor bench first. I'm not sure which one. Just the one, just a knife. He doesn't look like he's wearing much. He's not wearing much. He can withstand minus 18 though. Is he attacking immediately? He is attacking immediately. What's the square thing to the northwest? That's the monolith. We just have to awaken that or investigate it. That's the new DLC. Oh, why did I let him come down, let him get the cold? Okay, he's only just now got hypothermia. Can I get shot from here? I don't think he's got the angle here, has he? Not good shooting. Oh! Don't doubt him. Don't doubt him. What's he shooting at the moment? Still 11. Very nice. Paul's on it. Paul ain't messing about. Smashing it. Eyeball Paul. I like that. I know I'm wasting steel here. No, don't waste the steel. Don't waste the steel. Okay. It's really cold outside. Minus 45. What? We can only survive in minus 31. Which is awkward. Not getting a lot of, like, resources in that sense. Wait for this rabbit to come over to eat my food. And hopefully the temperature. The problem is we're starting to move into winter. Luckily, we've obviously got a lot of stuff stockpiled. Okay. Smelter on, thank you, chat. Right. Let's get rid of... Actually, no, I'll keep this zone just because we've already got it, so why not? Clear all. Let's go critical. And then out here, let's go steel. Steel doesn't need to be inside. Plasteel doesn't need to be inside. And silver doesn't need to be inside. Draft, undraft, just to make a little bit more room for us. There we go. Stuff that doesn't deteriorate doesn't need to be inside. And then hopefully we can get to a year. Temperature outside is minus 59. Still got that health condition that's so brutal. Luckily we got Glitter World Medicine, but... Living the dream. Well, how's everyone else? What are we all up to? What are we all doing? What are our hopes and dreams? Let me know on Tazastical 09111 and come on into the studio. No, too much? Fair enough. Fair enough. 018181118181 and call in today. And one lucky viewer will get the prize of £2.94. Pause. Okay, very nice. Some silver over here is really, really good. Obviously, we can't do it now. Temperatures outside are just too cold. We sort of just want to sit in and research for a little bit, in all honesty. The old live and kicking number. My sea ice base has got too big and very messy, trying to get it neat again, like the good old days. That's the nice thing when it's like this. Everything's controlled. Why is that rabbit not eating this? Oh, I think I'm gonna need a coffee in a minute, party people. I think I'm gonna need a little bit of caffeine, a little something. I haven't even had a drink. I'll be honest, I was so annoyed with losing my last save, I just wanted to get into this one. I wanted to just jump in straight away, redeem myself, more importantly. Just about to get a tunneler to send down Pitgate. Scorchers must be amazing down the Pitgate. That rabbit does not want to eat my food. Is it something I said? Well, it's now mad. Come on. Hey. Right, let's... Problem is, we're getting too much for our freezer. I suppose we don't need to worry about that too much. Just have it. Animal, human. Just so then they're hauled down near me, I guess. Yeah, Sin people make Scorcher to deal with entities, but my oh yeah. Forgot about vampires. No, you silly old sausage. Right. Paul, try again. Right, just outside if there's not enough room. 750. 250. Unpause. Shame, because I really like the new incendiary weapons. Yeah, I love the incendiary launcher. The Hellcat rifle's a little bit lackluster, but handy. I wonder if... No, we get the comms console up first. I was nearly debating whether to get the hand bench up first. The issue with that is just like we might just be sitting on wealth. The comms console has to be built first. Using a vampire leap to kite enemies away from your base and spread out is, yeah, very strong. Vampires are too good, let's be honest. Fun, but too good. Transport pod crash, relationship. Paul's daughter. Be good then, be good. Why be bad, though? In a world where you can be anything that you want, why be bad? You just sort of meh. Problem is, when you die... Is there anything we can do here where it wouldn't lead Paul to cry? Like, it's just... Might as well just kill, right? Just rescue her and banish. This is going to be a long time with a mood loss, isn't it? I'm not going to rescue. Do I rescue? How do I banish? Let's go rescue. Paul is in numbing cold. Hopefully Paul's alright. Hypothermia is going up really, really quickly. So cold outside, minus 53. The problem is she's going to die when she tries to leave the map because of hypothermia. So either way she dies. So I think maybe executive decision we kill her. And then at least then she doesn't eat our food. She might make it off the map. No way. No way. Yeah, good idea. We have got a tainted Parker there. How do I banish? She's technically a guest, so she might not even stay, right? Can't banish unless she joins, so hopefully she doesn't join. It's a shame I can't give her clothes. It's weird that I can't give her clothes and whatnot. Paul's gonna have a breakdown. What is the matter? Serious pain. Oh, it's going up. Minus 59 outside. Minus 61. Minus 63. Minus 65. Is she dying through hypothermia just sat there? She's going to die through hypothermia just sitting here. I mean, I've got to get another heater up anyway, so let's get one up now. Just to see if it helps. We've got to get the second one up anyway, because it's a debuff we've been getting. She's going to die. I can't do anything. Oh, no, it's going down now. Flying down. I don't want that massive debuff for, like, 30 years. And the problem is she's going to move really slow off the map. I mean, not the worst problem to have, but a problem nevertheless. Oh. This is the run. Yeah, I think she does die. But, I mean, at least we can say we tried. Wanderer joins? Relationship? What's actually happening? Two seconds. Luna's Paul's daughter. How many daughters do I have? Except? Nudist. What are we doing here? Why a nudist? Have you seen where we are? I don't want to waste resources on them. Do we just kill them immediately? The more they hang about, the more they eat our food. Right, I need a faction name and a settlement name, chat. The settlement name's got to be Last Stand. Because this is our last time doing this. We're not doing this again. We're not coming back again. Then we need a faction name. Randomize. I think his daughter deserves everything they get. Faction name Paul. The faction begins with Paul and ends with Paul. Paul is an entity in his own rights. Faction name Paul. Settlement name Last Paul. Last Paul. There we go. Yeah, I don't want to waste resources on them. We're going to tank the negative. Is there anything else we can be doing here to be getting positives? I don't think so. Yeah, I think we kill them both. I don't want Randy to, like, hit me while I've got them. Drop. The second one you can give the Tainted Parker an evict. How do I evict? I've never heard of evict. She made it just kick her out. I don't know how to. How'd you just kick someone out? Oh, banish, yeah. Yeah, so I'm still going to moan about it. So I'm still going to get a -20 from it. So I think we kill them both. Because we're going to get a negative anyway. At least this way we get food out of it. Yeah, I'm going to do this because I'm going to not do what I think I should do. And then that's what caused the issues last save with Susan. I know this is the right decision, even if we're about to tank a big mood loss. So obviously, big mood losses, I'm fine with this. I'm actually fine with this. I'm just going to do Butcher forever. We've got so much meat. Now start smoking drugs. Actually, not a bad idea, although we've only got one smoke leaf left. I might keep that when we're in a raid. And mood, we're probably going to have a breakdown. Psychic Smooth is a good... No, I need to... What do you mean missing corpse? Why did human come off? I swear I clicked that. Right, Butcher, go, 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 because then we'd have to bury them. We get more food. The Psychic Smooth is perfect timing. It's off by default, but I thought I clicked it a minute ago. That's what I meant, sorry. Foggy rain, but apparently the wind turbine turns off in the fog, so I will not click this. Shamblers approach. They're over in the northwestern corner, so I'm not too concerned at the moment. Only problem is it forces us to speed 1 for a minute. Right, let's push forward. A drifter. A visitor is approaching the colony. She wants to talk. You can send a colonist to hear what she has to say. After Susan. Joyous? Has the ability to make everyone feel better and inspire them to be the best versions of themselves. Like, that sounds great, but what does that actually mean? Paul's gonna break down. Smoke leaf binge. That's fine. That's a fine breakdown. That's a fine breakdown. This is fine. This is good timing at the moment. Hopefully it continues like that. Obviously, I want him to get out of this breakdown immediately, because if an attack comes, I'm going to get stressed out. I'm watching them shamblers. Okay, the shamblers are over here, but obviously they are going to pull down. Paul is out of the breakdown, so that's good because that gives us lots of time between the next one because we get that plus 40. The disappointing thing is we've got a lot of days with this huge debuff. Why did we kill them both? Slept in the heat. Paul. I can't win with you, my man. I'm trying to get it nice and toasy for you, nice and cushy. You know what we could do? If we had a different base, we could have actually walled off the door, then Paul would never be able to escape. So his breakdown should at least always be inside. Caravan somewhere warmer. No, this is the challenge. The challenge is to survive in the sea ice. Right, not going super late tonight, party people. It's only about 30 more minutes. Right, how are we doing mood-wise? There's nothing we can do at the moment to improve it, though. Sick. Problem is this, the minute we lose that 40. Okay. Did the drifter die or lit? He died. He died. I just went looking for him. No, he died. Right, link another shelf. I want to get all our resources inside. Cargo pods. Have mercy. Meat. Randy loves me this save. I don't love myself in this save, but Randy does. Right, turn on the smelter delta. Let's sort out a load of this mess. Butchering him, cool. Mood is okay. Iron Wield is going to help us amazingly here, without us even, like, realizing. Get rid of all that. Compacted plasteel meteorite, handy. We're just going to have to tank this mood for a while. I think we can do it. With one colonist, the reason why we get smeltering is to obviously bring the wealth down. Because this is all rubbish clothing that we don't want, tainted and all that, but it does count as wealth. So we're watching this graph, and I'm hoping we are going to go down. Obviously, the amount of food we've got is going to become a problem because we've got so much. But I'd rather, like, stuff like that, I'd rather be rich in food, if that makes sense. Can you not clean your stuff up? Where did them... Oh, the shamblers didn't get far. And then we've got the other steel chunks over there. A nice snowman. And it's still minus 61 outside, so it's not like we can go too far out. This is all about keeping everything calm, cool, clean. Daughter left okay. Yeah. Yeah, she was fine with that. She was absolutely fine with that. Yeah, no, she was fine with leaving. She had no problem with it. Yep, she was fine. She left. She left. We said, see you later. It was emotional. Yep, she's gone. She left. They both left. They were both happy with leaving. No problems here. Quest available. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Right, I'm going to have some water. Cheers, chat. No further questions. Arctic foxes. Don't go mad. Don't go mad. If Paul's mood. Imperial waste dump. Not worth doing. Don't go outside for the moment. I don't want one of these to go mad or anything like that. We are going to get comms console done soon. How sad is Paul? Were they close? I mean, they're really close. She's literally in his belly, if that's what you mean. Let's just say I'm too embarrassed to show anyone his needs at the moment. Should we leave it with that? What's his gear? Well, mostly in the freezer now. Oh, there we go. Important. Preferred. Preferred. Okay, there we go. Then we got some more meat over here. To be fair, food-wise, we're probably ready for a second colonist. We've been quite obviously aggressive with collecting food. Which means at least when we want the second colonists, they're there. Hypothermia. We can't really be running around the map. My concern is that we get, like, let's say 15% hypothermia and then an attack comes. So executive decision. We're going to stay in this little home zone. Because if we get 15 hypothermia by running there, then get a raid, we're not going to be able to kite them. We just need one of your other daughters to show up who doesn't suck. Or at least sucks well. No, 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 chat. You bring the worst out of me, guys. It's the sea ice. My sea ice leader tried her best. And when it didn't work out, we're not playing CK3, sorry, I get confused. And when it didn't work out, she gave him a Parker and sent him on his way. 3 months later, he died off tile and she was gutted. Suddenly was like, oh, I'm overwhelmed by sadness. Shambler's approach to the south. Just the one. It should be fine. So much food. Oh. We need a bigger warehouse. Right, reinstall that there. Because we're going to waste loads of resources. I mean, I could go... expand... Oh. Delete. Expand. We've got a sash there. Have we got a sash on? It's poor. We'll go put that one on because it's better. Snow hares migration. If I raise that up a little bit, then it'll smelt all them. Right, let's smelt them, get rid of them. Needs. Okay, he's a little bit upset. Some of his family died. Okay. God, how many rabbits? 20. Okay. This is pretty much a golden start. We are ready for another colonist. A colonist that would be aesthetic would be actually brilliant, would work really nicely in this setup. Unless anyone's got any better ideas. A mood boost or aesthetic. If it was, like, the problem is it's so cold outside, we can't really go anywhere. Like, I want to go get the other steel. Problem is I think I'm going to make a bad decision and get the hand tailor pinch up. Just because we're going to end up wasting all these resources. Not that we've got anywhere to store all the clothes that we can make from it. The Shambler's just to, like, the southeast of me now. Just watching the mini-map. And Paul's just living the dream, chilling, about to have a break. Damn. For some reason, for some strange reason, he's unhappy. We're so close to getting this done. And then we go straight into deep drill. Which gives us blocks for defense. Why don't we go straight into hydroponics? No, we do deep drill because it gives us... That's the important one. Our wealth is always going up. Can I get the human microelectronics completed? Right, that will get hauled there. Get our recreation up. Research-wise. Oh, because we need the better bench. Okay, we research hydroponics while we've got the downtime then. Okay. I forgot we need the better bench. That's awkward. That is awkward. Okay, not a problem, not a problem. We can deal with this. Transport pod crash. Why has it got to be all the way over there though? Be a good colonist. LF. Who named you? Oh. Oh. We have aesthetic. 72 though. Why have you got to be 72? Like, aesthetic is great. Because, like, you... Too smart. Mental break threshold is higher than normal. But double passion in mining. Animal crafting. I'm trying to work out. You're not in our religion and we don't have a prism. We probably leave you to die. It's a close one, but we probably leave you to die. We need to get a prison and whatnot. The issue is even if we wanted to do any of that, we don't have the resources. Very calm on the ice. That doesn't make anyone else nervous, then. Randy's always against me. Always after me. Always watching me. Even when I'm in the toilet. What? Yeah, we do hydroponics next. The issue is just obviously through winter, getting up a comms console, we can't really do anything. It's too cold. It's minus 57 outside or minus 56. We will get hypothermia. And the only way to get steel over there, and obviously we need nearly like 200 steel for a comms console. 188, 200. We'll get hypothermia. It's miserable. It is miserable. We sit. I'll turn the smelter delta off. It's going to be like this on the start. And obviously then the other issue is, like I said before, if we're going to get steel and we get 15 hypothermia through getting it, and then we get a raid, we're not going to be able to kite them outside. And obviously, it's chat's fault that Paul's so miserable anyway. Sorry, you know, I don't like to blame you guys, but it was you guys. Because Paul might have another breakdown in a minute. If he looks like he's gonna have a breakdown, I'm gonna build a wall in front of that door so he can't go outside. And I think I need to start being a little bit more clever. A desperate refugee. No. Yeah, this is where the game gets awkward. Does the transport pod crash? Does that give us any... No. Because we got 3 steel slag chunks over there. We've got all them to shoot still. So we should hopefully have enough for our and Taylor bench and then the comms console afterwards. Maybe that's copium, but... I don't like being at the mercy of Randy, I'm not going to lie. don't think there's anything he can throw at me at this point. Like I said, the most nervous I get is when it's like 2 or more people with guns. Is it worth building sandbags? Because we could, like, get a couple of sandbags out just to help us. Because I got the human lever, like, pause. It might be worth it. Because we could just put one bit there. How much cover does it give us? 55. Like, it'd be really good, because the only thing that I'm concerned about, they give better cover than a chunk, but only marginally. Like, I'm not saying we're going to use it all the time. But, like, in the few times that we've waited for them to come to us, we're fighting in doorways. Like, fighting here and shooting. And the problem is, if we try and run away, it gets awkward. Like, I'm debating to put a couple of sandbags there and a couple of sandbags there, just so at least when it's cold and we're waiting for them, that'd help us by just giving us a little bit of cover. Especially when we don't need to run around the map. Would only work on a defense once you get 3 people. Can't you until then? No, that doesn't work, because, no, you don't know what I'm saying. We don't need to kite some people. Some people we can just... There's no reason to, like, leave our base like the last attack. There's not always a reason to run around the map. Had to go AFK for a bit. How is the mood? Paul's loving life. Loving life. He's never been happier. They are cheap. You have all the leather. Might as well build a couple of sandbag zones. Yeah. I said we're not going to use them all the time, but it's just to give us a little more... some more options. I think just something like that. Make them out of human leather to send a message. Just so then if they come at any direction, we can stand at an angle where we get 55% cover. But I think we need to start being a little bit more careful. So at any direction they come, there's somewhere I can stand and get cover. Obviously, this is more for the winter than it is for the summer. We hope that we don't, you know... But it's like, at the minute, if something comes at us, we're not going to be able to run around the map. We're going to get hypothermia and die. Hydroponics is done. Let's get basic mech tech done. Not that I think we're going to do anything there. I usually intersperse wall blocks and sandbags. Yeah. What do you mean sandbag wall, sandbag wall? Well, the only reason why I've done this is so if an attack comes from the south, I can stand here. Or I can stand here. If it comes from the north, I can stand here, I can stand here. If it comes here, I can stand here, like, it just basically any angle they come at me. And I don't want to spend too much resources. And you've got to remember, we haven't got any resources for blocks. And I don't want to waste the tiny bit of steel I've got on a block. I just want to put a little bit of human leather down. If that makes sense. Like, I'm not relying on this. It's more like, let's just... Two people run at us with guns. I just want to make sure we're okay. Could you put sandbags around the turbine so they can't stop next to it and break it? That's a very interesting idea. No, you can't. Because they can stand there. Otherwise, that was a good idea. But yeah, sadly. Oh, hang on. Surely that doesn't work. Surely that doesn't work. Because I can't stand... Wait. We'll give some cover from shoot range. No, I think they can still hit it, can't they? Yeah, it doesn't... Every time it's been destroyed so far, it's been in melee. Rather than shooting, but I like your idea. Moods are going down again. No idea why. I think Iron Wield is saving us from breaking down every 2 seconds, though. And I'm happy with it. I'm all about it. Need a research project? We just get... Let's go plate armor into flak armor. Another transport pod crash. Be someone good. Ah, I love that. Look at them stats. Don't look at the traits. Just look at the stats and just imagine what could have been. What could have been. Like, you know your boy doesn't need any help in breaking down a colonist. Bloodlust is good now. I can't take someone with pessimist. I'm too lazy when I play this game. I don't need anyone to like help me break someone down. But that stat placement, that I don't even think I would have been able to get to them in all honesty. We are about to hit 1 year and I said I wanted to hit 1 year today. I wanted to get a year today. Right. I know I say this every time, but this is the best start. We can all agree that. This is the best start. Okay, I know I've said that literally every single time, but this is the best start. Now we've got rid of our health conditions. But we did get 12 shooting, nice. Wanderer joins loser. I mean, why not? I'm sure loser's going to be amazing. I don't hate you. Oh, this is an interesting one. Let me sit down in my chair properly. Sit up in my chair. Loser. You're robust. cold tolerance, strong immunity, reduced pain. A brawler. Good melee. The issue is he's gonna be... Is that meant to be a joke? Simon Powell. Is that meant to be Simon Cowell? Like, that's hilarious if that's true. That's hilarious if that's true. Nickname loser. Is that like that's gotta be, right? That's gotta be, right? How do we keep him happy? How do we keep him happy though? Because the only reason Paul is happy... Because if we put loser in here, he's going to be miserable. I don't hate him, though. A passion in mining. Incapable of caring is not great. He has mining. The problem is how do we keep him happy? Or do we accept he's not going to be? Because we ain't got any resources. I don't think he'll be that miserable. And he's part of my religion already. I like him. I actually like him. Like, could he be a little bit better? Like, a melee person, I like that. I think we keep him. Maybe get him a separate room once you get a drill. But he's got a bed. Okay, we'll keep an eye on it, but I actually think he's a good colonist to have. I want melee people. I want strong melee people. He's got a brawler trait. He's robust, strong melee damage. Okay. Right, I think this is going to be the perfect point to leave it today. We've got 2 colonists. Let's leave on a high note for a change. And then when we start stream tomorrow, then we'll die in the first 10 minutes. Sound good, everyone? Thanks to the support party, people. We're going to leave it here. God, I'm freezing. I mean, I've got a fan on me. No wonder I'm cold. Anyway, this is the one. Exactly. I need that sort of positivity on my life. Don't worry. Just having a little early one tonight. I'm getting tired. Kids waking up too early. Right. I love you all. Thanks to the support party, people. This is the one. Get on your t-shirt. Tell your friends. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever you're doing. And I'll catch you next time, party people. Bye. This is the one. This is the one. If I say it enough, I'll speak it into existence.